This part begins, and now everyone is having dinner together. And Li Fan is saying to the little girl, "Eat quickly, you are still growing." The little girl is very surprised to see the food lying on the table. And she is thinking, even in the demon palace, you can rarely take the holy medicine once. Could it be that he saw who I am? You know that I have been sleeping for thousands of years, and you specially prepared the holy medicine to help me grow. The little girl says to Li Fan while eating, "Big brother, why are you so nice to me?" Li Fan is thinking about the little girl. This kid must have been on the run for so long and couldn't sleep well or eat well. Li Fan tells the little girl that you are still a child. I know you have experienced a lot of things, and there is no need to recall the past. You can forget it. If you want, you can treat this place as your home. But Li Fan asks him, "By the way, what's your name?" After listening to Li Fan, the little girl starts thinking, remembering the past. It seems that my identity and past have been discovered by my seniors. This senior seems to want me to abandon everything about the demon clan, and the little girl tells her name. My name is 9. I have forgotten my eldest brother's previous name. Can you choose one for me? Li Fan says, how about Xining? With this name, I hope you can forever enjoy peace at heart no matter what happens. And the little girl likes her new name, and Li Fan says to the little girl, Xining, a kid like you need education. As there's no school in the village, let me be yours teacher, okay? And the little girl also agrees to this thing. Now Li Fan is teaching calligraphy to the little girl. The boy and monk are surprised to see Li Fan's skill, and both are thinking, just by looking at it, I felt like an immortal existence sitting and watching the passage of time, whispering. Such a strong sword intention. The sword intention contains a lonely and sentimental meaning. Is the master telling us that on the other side of the sword is the true love that penetrates into the bones and hearts? Even the little girl is surprised to see Li Fan's skill, and she is thinking, this is the supreme immortal way. If I could get such a piece of calligraphy when I was at the peak of the Demon King's reign, I might have a great opportunity to reach the realm of the immortal king. Then Li Fan asks the little girl, can you recognize the words? And the little girl shakes her head and says no. While teaching the little girl, Li Fan tells, before my bed a pool of light. And as Li Fan speaks, the little girl also speaks behind him. After this the scene shifts, Holy Cloud City. We see a man with white hair. And his hair is very long. And then someone is telling that man, Metropolitan. Just now, a branch in the city received news that the demon cultivator who stole the heavenly soul pearl, Ming Tianbei, is now hiding in the southern region of Xiantian realm. Hearing this, the sect master gives orders, and says, send people down to the lower realm to retrieve the heavenly soul pearl. If there is any obstruction, everything will be settled. The highest level of Xiantian realm can only accommodate Xianxian. I will send my direct disciple Xia Tong to go there. His cultivation happens to be still in the immortal realm and the backlash will not be big. Next, we see the sect master's disciple. And a man is asking him, are you ready? So he says, I am ready. And then a space crack opens, and the sect master's disciple comes out from that space crack. Now the sect master's disciple has gone to another realm, and he is saying, sure enough, the cost of crossing the boundary is very high. Even if you use the original boundary stone, your cultivation level will still be lost. Southern region? Ming Tianbei, here I come. After this the scene shifts, Holy Land Taiyan. And the first elder is speaking to the woman. Since the two true immortals were dealt with by Mr. Long last time, the Xiantian world seems to have returned to peace. Now the major sects have begun to think of returning to the ancestral court. And the woman says to the first elder, I don't know where Senior Li is. In this way, I will ask for instructions again, Senior Li, if Xiantian realm is safe. Just then a disciple arrives at that place, and tells the first elder that the enemies have arrived. And the first elder is surprised to hear this. Then we see this man, which has come to attack the Holy Land, and he is saying, how dare a magic circle that is so dilapidated and has not even reached the immortal level stop me? Where is the devil cultivator in the dark sky? Say it and you won't die. The first elder is surprised to see that man, and he is thinking immortal? Is this person in the same group as those two true immortals? And the first elder says to the man, I don't know what kind of demon cultivator Ming Tianbei is, Your Mightiness. But the man directly attacks the first elder and says, Noise. From now on, if you say one irrelevant word, I will kill one of you. Just then Linger arrives at that place, and she is very angry. And Linger says to that man, Just an immortal. Do you think you are the master of Xiantian realm? And Linger takes out the hairpin given by Li Fan. And seeing that hairpin, the man starts laughing and says, Eyelashes? This hairpin? Immortal treasure. There is such an immortal treasure in the little Xiantian realm. This is like a windfall. The woman is a little surprised. And now Linger gets ready to attack that man. And that man is also saying, Let me also see how much power is there in your attack. And Linger attacks that man, due to which one of his hands gets cut off. And seeing this, the man could not believe that a small hairpin had so much power. And it would have injured him a lot. And Linger says happily, How do you feel that a small hairpin has left you in a very bad condition? If you hurt someone, this is the price you pay. And that man is speaking to Linger, Is it so easy to get the Xuanxian level protective gear on me? I am from the fairyland. You ants dare to humiliate me, let's see if I don't crush you to ashes. And the man takes out something from himself. This is the power of the immortal spirits of the elders of our Tianhun sect. Even if you are a mysterious immortal, you cannot see what that thing. But Linger says, lonely and stubborn. And direct moves forward to attack the man, but before Linger can attack, the man runs away from that place. And seeing him running away, Linger says, That's all. After this we see the first elder, who is badly hurt, and the first elder is saying, That was the signal that the most powerful one had left on him. There is someone behind him. The woman picks up the first elder and says, Just now he said, someone was coming from the immortal realm. The first elder becomes serious and says, If he is really a visitor from the immortal realm, if he comes to take revenge from the immortal realm, I'm afraid the entire Xiantian realm will be destroyed because of this. After this the scene shifts, and we see the sect master, who are asking, Is there any news about Tianhun Pearl? And a man kneels down and says to the Sect Master, forgive me. My disciple Xiatong, who was carrying a mysterious treasure, died in the lower world without even sending any news. However, I left a ray of life on him, and I already know where he died. It must be the method of the demon cultivator Ming Tianbei. It is said that this demon was a heavenly being before he entered the lower realm. And after listening to that man's words, the sect master says, Use the original boundary stone and send enough people to get back the heavenly soul pearl and destroy the demon. Next we see another place. This place has a lot of cultivators. And one of the men is saying, How? Elder Liluo, has the sect leader made a decision? And another man says, The sect leader has spoken to take back the heavenly soul pearl and destroy the demonic cultivator. I will send the strongest Xuanxian level cultivator to use the original boundary stone to crack the boundary wall and slay the demons in the lower realm. After this, we see, Linger and the woman have come to Li Fan. And Li Fan is asking, looking at both of them, Say it. What happened? And the woman now tells Li Fan, Senior, something happened to us. Someone came up and was looking for someone named Ming Tianbei. He had a conflict with us and even attacked Senior Ling Chao. Li Fan is thinking after listening to the woman, from the immortal realm? Could they be officials? Mu Qianning's business is expanding. Those guys must be jealous. And when the little girl hears this, she's thinking, someone from the immortal realm is chasing Ming Tianbei? Could it be that someone in the immortal realm has discovered my existence? And the woman says, We killed him in desperation. And the woman apologizes to Li Fan and says, It's all our fault. You've caused trouble for your seniors. If seniors want to blame, please blame us. But Li Fan tells the woman, What's wrong with you? Just kill those moths. If those people want revenge, you can just come here. And Li Fan is thinking, in a world of cultivators like the Xiantian realm, death is a very common thing, not to mention that they are still worms who deserve their punishment. Besides, how powerful can the government of Xiantian realm be? Both of them become happy after listening to Li Fan, and the woman says to Li Fan, Thank you, Senior. I knew that with Senior Lee here, no evil person could cause trouble. And Linger is thinking, obviously, Senior Lee doesn't pay attention to the existence above the immortal realm at all. Then dark clouds start appearing in the sky, and the clouds start thundering. Everyone gets surprised after seeing all this, and starts thinking, we really pissed off the big shots in Fairyland. Does this feel like a crossover? Someone is forcibly crossing the border? Seeing this environment, the little girl starts crying, and says to Li Fan, brother, I'm afraid some bad guys are coming to catch me? Li Fan calms the little girl and says, don't worry, it's just thunder. Xian Ning is still a child after all. Then Li Fan says to Nanfang, South Wind, everyone is disturbed by the celestial phenomena. Please play a song to calm everyone down. Nanfang says happily, yes, the South Wind plays the harp. And Nanfang is thinking, does the teacher mean to let yourself fight against those beings who are about to cross the border? The scene shifts, and we see Black Hoodie Men party, and the main person among them laughs and says, the Tianhun sect still has some strength, using a lot of primitive boundary stones, and the world tree can hardly stop them. The world tree in each realm is rooted in the energy of living things. After the battle in the lower realm of Tianhun sect, the Xiantian realm will inevitably be lifeless. When the world tree runs out of oil, it will be easy for us to capture the world tree. After this we see a huge space crack opens in the sky. And many powerful people come out of that space crack. And those people are saying, this world tree seems to be back to life. Where does the sound of the piano come from? Who is stopping me from waiting for the lower world? Oh! It can't be a demon cultivator. The demon cultivator is a person from the outside world and cannot be recognized by world tree. It is the natives of Xiantian realm who are blocking it. Invest all the original boundary stones, and after waiting for the lower boundary, massacre this boundary and cut down the world tree. And they all fly away towards the mountains. And as soon as they reach those mountains, there is a huge explosion at that place. And those people are saying, that true immortal disciple died in the southern region of this realm. Using their power, they start moving a rock upwards. And they lift it very high, and they are saying, how dare you hide demons and stop us from descending? You will be punished for this. This realm will be wiped out forever. And now they stand on top of that big tower, and the little girl's uncle is also watching all this. He is surprised, what is happening in this place? And he says, how dare a Xianxian speak like this? No matter what, I will protect the demon lord. Then many towers are erected on top of that mountain. The little girl's uncle is very surprised to see this. And now those people start using their power, due to which an earthquake starts generating. And because of that power, the little girl's uncle is facing a lot of problems. And he is saying, no. No. I cannot be reconciled. The demon lord has just been born. Why didn't Senior Lee, the supreme immortal, stop the other party? Did he fail? Due to this power, more people start having problems. And those people are saying, I wanted to fight in the sky, but I didn't expect that the person coming was still above the true immortal. All living beings suffer. Nanfang feels something, and she is thinking, just now I clearly felt the power of the origin of the world fighting against each other. This person is too powerful. The little girl is very scared, but Li Fan tells her to stay calm, and says to the little girl, don't be afraid, you have peace of mind that you won't be shocked if the sky falls. And Li Fan is thinking, eccentric. I have never seen such bad weather before, it is really strange. But everything could happen. Why is she so scared? No matter how bad it is, it's not God. Then Li Fan says to Nanfang, South Wind, play this song to embolden your junior brothers and sisters. And looking at that paper, Nanfang is thinking, what kind of song is this? Every note is full of terror and killing. Does the teacher want me to use this song to kill Xianxian? And Li Fan, being serious, says, I know that your music style has always tended to be soft, but you should know that the sound of the piano should not only be the warm spring breeze and the flowing water on the small bridge, but also the sound of the golden sword and the iron horse, and the sound of 50 strings playing across the great wall. And Nanfang says, I understand the teacher. Now Nanfang starts playing the sound, hearing which the boy gets surprised, and a lot of energy starts coming out from the sound play of Nanfang, which is shining spare and armor horses. And because of that power, all the evil people in that place start facing problems. And a man is thinking, what a powerful sound wave. That magic cultivation is not easy. And that man is trying to stop that energy. Just then a blast occurs at that place. Then Nanfang feels something, and she thinks, not good. It's going to break. And Li Fan is saying, strong as he is, the fresh breeze still blows. As soon as Nanfang listens to Li Fan, she thinks, just like last time, the teacher was enlightening me. Then a huge spiritual body of Nanfang is formed in front of the people, which is many times bigger than those towers. And when they see the spiritual body, they become very surprised, and they say, what's going on? The attack is getting more intense. We all belong to the same school. Don't hold back. This person is not simple. Fight to the death. Don't hold back. Work together to suppress it, and everyone together starts attacking that spiritual body, and one more string of Nanfang gets broken, and seeing this, Li Fan is saying, let him do whatever he wants, and the bright moon will shine on the river. Great sound. Isn't it possible for a single string to convey the meaning of the music? And after listening to Li Fan, Nanfang says, I understand, teacher, the sound is great and the sound is great. The great truth is simple, I understand everything you want to say. And this man gets badly injured by Nanfang's attack. But he says that we suppressed it, and he is speaking to his companions, but when he does not hear anyone's voice, he becomes surprised. And when he looks back, all his companions have been killed. And seeing this he goes into shock. Then after this, immortal rain starts falling from the sky, seeing which the first elder and the woman are very happy. And they are saying, this is the reign of immortals. Once it rains, the entire Xiantian world will usher in a golden age. I'm afraid I'll enter the realm of immortals soon. And the woman says, Senior Li is really terrifying. A being more terrifying than a real immortal, kill him at will. And Fast Elder says that war song was played on a piano, and it was most likely composed by Senior Li's disciple. After this, Xiling looks at Nanfang and thinks, Senior sister, you have achieved a breakthrough to Xianxian. From the immortal realm directly to the real immortal. Then Nanfang goes to Li Fan, and says to him, Teacher, does this piece of music have a name? And Li Fan says, certainly. This song is called Emperor Zun's Formation Breaking Song. The little girl is surprised and thinking, he is playing chess. It must be a big move that will probably affect the world. Panquang's past and present. After this the scene shifts towards the world tree. And there are black hoodie people in this place. And among them the person is thinking, take action at will to kill the 10 mysterious immortals. Who is hidden in the Xiantian realm? And that man's junior is saying, Leader, the Xianhuang Mist-Sea is about to recover. With the energy of the 10 powerful mysterious immortals to make up for it, the world tree will soon recover and become even stronger. Hearing what his junior said, the man says, I can't control that much anymore. We can't delay the helmsman's grand plan of the fusion of all realms. Follow me to seize the world tree. Then they call the immortal jar, and with the help of the immortal jar they are trying to swallow the world tree. But they start having trouble with this, and the man is saying, not good. It wants to escape. It's the direction of the South Territory. Never let it go down. Fully pursued, now the world tree starts moving very fast towards Li Fan's house. And seeing this they start getting worried and are saying, hateful. It's coming to that forbidden place. And world tree runs away and reaches the courtyard of Li Fan's house. And there is a peach tree at that place. And she notices the world tree, then she comes back to her original form, and says to that world tree, don't be afraid, little twig, I'm here to help you. Then the peach tree uses its power and attacks the man, and the man becomes very surprised as to what is this power. After this the scene shifts, and we see another place, and at this place someone is speaking, what remnant soul dares to come here and cause trouble? Why don't you get out of here? And the other man is speaking quickly. Take me to the helmsman. And that guard is saying, Yi Chenbing? Aren't you in Xiantian realm? How did it become like this? Then we see another man, And that man is surprised and says, the fairy swallowing jar is broken. Even I can't break that imitation jar of immortality. Heaven and earth Xian Huang Xian? Heaven? Could it be related to the former first heaven? Elder Sandor, you have the Tao of space, which is not restricted by the lower realm. How about I bother you to take a trip? And the man calls an elder, and the elder says, please obey the command of the helmsman. Now the man leaves towards Sunli Mountain, and while leaving he is saying, here you can capture the coordinates of Xiantian realm. After a while, he reaches the mountain. With my heavenly cultivation, I can easily enter the upper limit of the world of Xianxian. It seems that the person in the Xiantian realm is at least a Xianxian. This land is so full of spiritual energy that there are signs of the birth of fairy energy. And this small mountain village can make me feel so uneasy, and there is a surge of terror God's chi machine. Could it be the dojo and burial ground of a certain immortal lord? Just then, the village elder comes behind him and asks him, who are you? What are you looking at here? And as soon as the man sees the village elder, he becomes very nervous and starts thinking, this old man. In such a thick fog, the old man seemed to be nothing. And that stick too. A terrifying aura. Run! And that man gets so scared that within a short time, he disappears from that place. And seeing him running, the village elder says, who is this? What are you running for? It was probably a petty theft, and I discovered it. Now that man is running very fast, and while running he is saying, this place is truly terrifying. Fortunately, I ran out without hesitation. Yu Qinbing, wait for me. After this the scene shifts, and the black hoodie man is speaking, thanks to the helmsman for helping me recover. Then someone from behind him says, come here. Yu Qinbing. And the black hoodie guy says, Elder Sandor, you are back so soon. This trip is going well. Then he gets a punch on his face, and the person punching him is an elder, and he says, you bastard. Fun your farts. Then the leader says, Song Feng. What are you doing? Elder says, this was a waste. I almost died in Xiantian realm. There is a forbidden place hidden in Xiantian realm. I saw with my own eyes the so-called small mountain villages in the southern region. That is a forbidden place. There is also a terrifying old man. You mean that being brought back alive? In the history of history, no one who has broken into the forbidden land has survived, except for the great figures who defy the heavens. Then the leader says, that existence discovered you. In this case, how could you still come back alive? In my opinion, that place is most likely not a forbidden area, but contains forbidden things. Mostly it relies on forbidden things to give you horrible illusions, but he can use them at will, so you can come back. The elder is surprised to hear the leader's words and says, could that kind of power be an artifact of the Immortal Lord level? And the leader continues, that's right, the fusion of the other 100 realms is about to begin, and the Xiantian realm will turn into powder in a matter of seconds. Not only can we get rid of that existence, but we will also have the opportunity to obtain the Immortal Lord level treasure. After this the scene shifts, Xingyan Castle. The Sect Master is speaking. That song actually made 10 Xianxian from my Tianhun Sect die on the spot. And the other man says, Sect Master, what should we do now? The sect's strength has been greatly damaged. Once other forces learn about it. Then the Sect Master says to the man, release the news and say that in Xiantian realm, there is an immortal from Xingyin Immortal residence. News about June breaking the formation song. And the man says to the Sect Master, the Sect Master is saying that the people from the lower world are actually the descendants of the Holy Sound Immortal Lord? Then the Sect Master says, if it is really Xingyin Xianjuan's Xianjun breaking formation song, I am afraid that the entire northern immortal territory will fall into madness. I am afraid that this piece of music is the only one with such power. Let this news distract other forces from us. Go do it! And now this news spreads very fast everywhere, already positioned. Break the boundary directly from here. The Song of Immortal Lord breaking the formation. Our 4 major sects join forces and are bound to win. Then we see some people who are saying, get ready to cross the border. Don't hold me back. What are you worried about? Damn bald guy. This guy. Cut out all their tongues.